हेलो हेलो चेक करो। हेलो हेलो। चेक चेक। हेलो हेलो। ठीक है। हेलो चेक।
Dear friends, we have gathered here on the superannuation ceremony of Professor Sudarshan Koker. I hope I've said that right, sir. And it is, of course, with a heavy heart that we've gathered here. And uh, I think Professor Koker to this gathering needs, to any gathering for that matter in ophthalmology, needs no introduction. Personally, I've known him since I joined ophthalmology because he passed out from AIIMS and he did his MBBS from AIIMS and then joined senior residency in 1988 here and then became professor in 2005 and has been here looking after pediatric cataracts, refractive surgery, adult cataracts, uh, and in the capacity of unit in charge in various units. He's also honorary consultant ophthalmologist to the Sports Authority of India. And he is a world authority, of course, in his subjects, won numerous international and national awards, be it American Academy of Ophthalmology, Asia Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, or even the international societies related to strabismus as well, SPOS, and also the national awards which are at the level of All India Ophthalmological Society. He was the president of Delhi Ophthalmological Society and also the SPOSI. And he has, of course, described numerous innovative techniques. I think the technique comes later and he innovates first. Be it pediatric cataract, be it SMILE, be it ICL. He's described normograms for the ICL sizing, the pediatric cataract, IOL power calculation, all the difficult things in a particular subject. I think he takes it a challenge and he makes it look so simple, but I'm sure a lot of effort has gone into making it so simple. So we would like to welcome everybody here, and at the outset I would like to request Professor Radhika Tandon, Chief of RP Center, to welcome Professor Koker with a bouquet of flowers. I would now like to request Dr. D.K. Sharma sir to please welcome Professor Koker from the administration side. I request Dr. Rishabh, the Secretary of the ORI, to welcome Dr. Koker sir from the, on behalf of all the residents and students. And I request Professor Radhika Tandon, Chief RP Center, to please welcome Madam Prita. Thank you so much for coming today here amongst us. And I would request now a film which has to be played on behalf of Unit 1. So, Shaurya. We have a card. There are two cards, in fact, one from the back and one from the front. So please do fill up your wishes on the card. We are also Facebook Live and YouTube Live for this ceremony. So it is going to be telecasted on our YouTube and the Facebook both.
In Sir's words, a good student makes the teacher great. But we believe it's the greatness of a teacher that awakens the goodness in every student. Today, we celebrate not just a teacher, but a legacy. A journey filled with wisdom, compassion, and countless unforgettable moments. Professor Sudarshan Khokhar has been more than an educator. He has been a mentor, a guide, and a constant source of inspiration. Through every lesson taught, every question he asked his residents in rounds, and every smile shared under the mask, he has left behind memories that will stay with us for a lifetime. To a dynamic guru, a man whose surgical brilliance, depth of wisdom, and unwavering quest for perfection have illuminated countless lives. Born to Sri Yogendra and Srimati Swarnalata Khokhar, destiny must have whispered his name with divine foresight. So Darshan, so for good, and Darshan for vision, a name that became his purpose. For through every surgery, every teaching, every patient he's touched, he's lived by one golden mantra. जो भी काम करो, अच्छे से होना चाहिए. His intentions were always pure, to bring the gift of clear sight to the world. He was born on the 17th of October 1960 in Kanpur, where his journey began, amidst the warmth of family and the simple joys of childhood that shaped the visionary he would become. A 19-year-old boy arrived in Delhi, unaware of the journey he was about to embark on, or the one he would eventually create for himself. He joined the MBBS program, becoming part of the batch of 1979, a chapter that would shape the rest of his life. He carries countless fond memories from his days at Hostel 3, room number 21, moments he fondly recalls whenever the RPC group reunites for the annual sports meet in the quad. Deeply passionate about sports, especially table tennis, cricket and badminton, he was part of a hostel known for its exceptional athletes. As Professor Tityal and Professor Koker often said, Hostel 3 had the best sportspersons. Thereafter, he chose ophthalmology, or perhaps ophthalmology chose him in 1985. He had always been one of those curious minds, restless in comfort, always yearning to know more. He completed his doctoral thesis work on hydrogel keratophakia in rabbit eyes under the guidance of Professor V.K. Dada. Interestingly, Sir was in the same vertical group as our current chief, Professor Radhika ma'am. Here are a few glimpses from his junior residency days, including this photograph taken at the RPC hostel, the one just adjacent to this very building. While gathering these photos, this particular one touched us all. That genuine smile made it our favorite. Later, he married his better half, Miss Preeta, on 12 July 1989. In 1989, he returned to the institute as a senior registrar, pursuing his senior residency in cornea and cataract. A passionate reader with an energetic spirit, he effortlessly balanced academic dedication with a vibrant social life, truly embodying the phrase, work hard and party harder. Joining AIIMS as a faculty member in 1993 marked a defining milestone in his remarkable journey, a true testament to his years of dedication, passion, and perseverance. Sir has always spoken with deep respect and gratitude for his mentors, Professor Prem Prakash, Professor Ghosh, and his then senior resident, Professor Ramanji. In the early days, he did work in neuro-ophthalmology, squint, and even glaucoma for a brief period before ultimately finding his true calling in pediatric cataract, a specialty that remains closest to his heart. As the professor in charge of the lens clinic at RP Center, he has led the management of all forms of pediatric cataracts, congenital, traumatic, and syndromic. For over 2 decades, he has been teaching and performing cataract surgeries in some of the most challenging clinical scenarios. His work encompasses a remarkable spectrum of complicated cataracts. He has traveled across the globe presenting his pioneering work in pediatric cataract at European and Asia Pacific scientific meets. A true innovator, He was among the first to introduce phakic IOLs at the center nearly 2 decades ago and has since successfully performed the procedure in a large number of eyes. Under his guidance, corneal ablative procedures were also performed in Unit 4 until 2015, after which he took charge of Unit 1, transforming it into one of the most sought after units among residents, a dynamic blend of lens, refractive and retina specialities under one roof. He has been actively involved in organizing and participating in numerous AIIMS, bringing quality eye care to underserved communities and spreading awareness about preventable blindness. His deep regard for these camps goes beyond participation. He often fondly recalls those experiences whenever a junior resident's block falters or a senior's case turns challenging, reminding everyone of the value of learning in the field. A few cherished glimpses come from an eye camp at Raebareli, where the team had the unique privilege of staying at the Flying Academy guest house. Professor Sudarshan Khokhar's scientific curiosity has always been as sharp as his surgical precision. With numerous national and international publications to his credit, he has made outstanding contributions to ophthalmic research. What truly sets him apart is his extraordinary observational skill. He can instantly notice the smallest of details, whether it's a minute stain on a shirt or even a tiny imperfection in a resident's surgery. In Sir's words, Jin khoja tin paiya. Those who truly seek, find it. And perhaps that's what defines him best. One who has always sought to inspire and bring out the very best in every student who crossed his path. He has been a mentor par excellence, guiding countless young doctors with patience, precision, and purpose. His commitment to teaching has shaped generations of ophthalmologists, instilling in them a deep respect for discipline and excellence. Though Professor Koker has often been regarded as an intimidating figure, his wisdom and approachability have always inspired confidence and passion for ophthalmology among his trainees. Two of his most memorable lines remain deeply etched in the minds of his residents. No question is ever a silly or a stupid question. They are meant to be asked and clarified, otherwise you'll end up with faulty logic in your mind. And another that remains timeless. You have 1,000 days in your residency. Make each day count for yourself and for your growth. A teacher who demanded the best, yet always encouraged his students to think, question and grow, Professor Koker remains an enduring symbol of mentorship and excellence. Beyond the brilliance of his professional life lies the man behind the name, a devoted husband, a proud father, and a soul rich with compassion. His wife, Mrs. Preeta Khokhar, has been his unwavering pillar of strength, standing beside him through every chapter of his journey. Through the long hours, the demanding days, and the countless sacrifices along the way, she has been his quiet source of calm and balance. Her grace, patience, and constant support have not only grounded him, but have also been an inseparable part of his success. A reminder of the timeless saying, behind every successful man, there is a woman. A loving father to his 2 children, Abhinav and Drishti, who remain his greatest sources of pride and joy. And though his beloved companion Fitch is no longer by his side, his memory lives on, a lasting symbol of unconditional love and loyalty. For those who know him closely, it is this warmth of heart, this deep love for family, and this quiet tenderness beneath the surgeon's precision that truly defines Professor Koker, the man beyond the mentor, the human behind the healer. He is a man who truly treasures his friendships, believing in nurturing bonds built on trust, laughter, and countless shared memories. Professor Mandeep Bajaj and Professor Shinde are 2 of his dearest friends from the Institute. As Professor Bajaj often says, he and Professor Koker can communicate with each other without uttering a single word, even in a crowd. सवारी कंधों पे जिम्मेदारी हाथ में फाइल पन्ने दम मीलों मील चलेंगे हम हर मुश्किल से टकराएंगे टस से मस ना होंगे हम सोते भी है टेंशन आगे रहने की है टेंशन मेहनत इनको प्यारी है टस से मस ना होंगे टेंशन आगे रहने की है टेंशन मेहनत इनको प्यारी है एकदम आज्ञाकारी है ये अमृत पर ही जीते हैं ये टॉनिक सारे पीते हैं सोते अंदाज जैसे झूठा कोई साज है हर काम को टाला करते ये सपने वाला करते ये हरदम सोचा करते हैं ये खुद से पूछा करते हैं And of course, who could forget Dr. Koker's legendary wit and flawless sense of sarcasm? So effortless that it's become an inseparable part of his charm. Keeping aside all the laughter and light-hearted moments we've shared, there's so much more to learn from Sir beyond his unmatched wit. He truly embodies every quality that defines success: discipline, dedication, humility, and grace. His journey has inspired generations of ophthalmologists, and his humility and down-to-earth nature have been truly contagious in every workplace he's been part of. For some, he's been a guiding light. For others, a torchbearer or even a fatherly figure. All we can say is, sir, you didn't just teach or lead, you truly made a difference. You've left an imprint on hearts, minds and lives that time itself won't erase. It's the month of October, and just like Oktoberfest in Germany, our beloved professor's superannuation celebrations began well in advance. Over the past few weeks, he's been celebrated across all his workplaces with warm farewell gatherings, laughter-filled evenings, delicious feasts, and heartfelt reminiscing of the good old days. Each occasion has been a reflection of the admiration and affection he's earned over the years. And in true Koker style, we can almost hear him wrap it up with that signature grin. Oh for October and overwhelming. Still remember when your father left and we drove all night. I know it's been too long to recall it right, but you don't forget the goodbyes, and you don't forget the good times. No, you don't forget the goodbyes, and you don't forget the good times. These are the days I will remember. These are the faces I need most. Every
That night love hit me like a heavy storm.
3, 2, 1.
Congratulations, Papa!
Hi, Papa. A huge, huge, huge congratulations to you. This is such a milestone moment, and we know you aren't stopping now anytime soon. I hope you're telling the 18-year-old you entering AIIMS for the very first time that by age 65, if not all, but most of your dreams and your goals came true. And I don't know, like, cheers to you, Papa. Like, you are leaving an epic legacy behind. And here's to you and your next best chapter.
Congratulations, Papa! I wish I was there in person to just give you a nice tight hug and really celebrate this moment and share this moment with you. But December is out. I guess I'm living it. That's gonna happen. But for now, it's going to be through this, and I really hope you savor. Well, I mean, I know you've savored every day, every month, all these decades. Like you from 38 to 5'10", from maybe assembly, working there all these years. It's just somewhere like I can't even think about how much. Like it's really your journey. This is not many people get to talk about this or even live this. So hats off to you and your integrity, Papa. This has been something we all learned from. Besides the succession, of course. But this is merely another thing. On to the next. And yeah, really take a moment to like take moments to savor this, because it's been special. And I mean, to be a little selfish about it, I learned how to swim from those Russian trucks and those old ambulances I saw, to all the things that AIIMS has helped us out with, from I mean musically also, how much from the internet, and just so many things. Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, Sudarshan, for your superannuation. You've earned every bit of it, maybe more. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate you on behalf of all family members. A big, big hug from them. Thank you, everyone, for giving us such meaningful years at AIIMS, especially the workers, the staff, the students, and the faculty at RPC. It's been a lovely and enjoyable tenure at AIIMS, and we've been missing it. Wishing you all the very best for your next venture, Sudarshan, which I'm sure will be just as meaningful. Congratulations.
This is
जीना यहाँ मरना यहाँ इसके
Professor Shinde is here, sir. Can you please come here? Dr. Shinde, sir, you are here. We would like to welcome Dr. Shinde, sir, who's joined us today. Please. And, sir, welcome. Also, we would like to recognize Professor Subhash Dadia, who is joined us today, and Dr. Darlong, who's come from the main side. There is yet another, you can say, program which is going to be done by Amar Pujari. Amar, it's a fun. Thank you so much, Subhash. Radhika. So it's all yours, Amar.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, as somebody was saying, sir is not intimidating. I've seen the fun side of him. So I thought of like giving these used pens, sir. Like these are sir's pens. So we are going to ask some questions because if you have worked with sir, you are going to know his common behavior because everything is fixed in his OT, in these wards and rounds. So you are going to get the pen. So you just need to raise your hand and you need to tell the answer. So first question: what is the first thing he asked when he's going to turn on the operating microscope light? Any JRSs? It is these two things: Mattendorf sign and the pupillary membrane. Yes, sir. So this you might be aware. If you have seen the video carefully, you will answer this one. So what he wishes to know, you should not tell what you know. What he wishes to know, you should tell that one before he has the status of the first case. The answer is which case or who is the anesthesia faculty or is the child. You got the pen. Please come forward. So sir is going to give this pen. So this is again from the video. Of course, we have given the hint. No, once again. He can come forward. So he wants to sneak somewhere before he leaves OT. After leaving the OT6, he wants to go to GS side, but he wants to pick somewhere because somebody is using two RTOs. He is operating OT6 and he wants to pick, right? So this is OT10 because somebody is operating two RTOs. Please come forward. Okay, this is very funny because this has happened since last 14 years for me. Some things which we are hiding, they spontaneously manifest in front of him. This is not a question. This is a real incident. It is like Rajpal showing, right? So this is the thing. This is a nicely blocked patient, but the resident has picked pinky onto the forehead. So even I was not aware when we were going to GA, sir came back and he saw this patient and he said like, we need to take the picture of this patient. And most of the times when you are hiding something, some wrong work, it could be blocker, it could be anything, it will manifest automatically in front of him. So once you do this sort of mistakes, he has particular term to describe you. It is not joker. Sorry, it is not idiots, it's joker. Aajo. You told na? Aajo. No. Again, it's a common question because if the phone rings during wards, there's going to be a whole story. Who was that person? How it happened, right? And during OPDs, the patient will go out of OPD. That's it. So it's a phone, right? So nobody's going to get this one. So in his office, there is somebody who has tested his patients at the maximum. Can you tell the office person name? Yeah, Mishra ji, come forward. So one last question. So while he's walking to OPD, he's really scared of only one person. Nobody can scare him, but only one person. You can just see that he's covering his face here. And this guy is in the front who is pushing the patient. This patient is asking, sir, hum kya kare? Chale jao. Right? So can you tell the person's name? Kakaji. Chale, thank you. That's it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Amar. And now I would request Chief Art Presenter, Professor Radhika Tandon, to say a few words.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Firstly, I'd like to give a sincere appreciation for all the years of dedication that you've given to the center. You already seen from all the beautiful video and all the beautiful expressions of everybody that it's in a short time to encapsulate the journey of so many years is difficult, but it comes from the heart. And our association has, of course, been right from MBBS days and then being in the same group. Those were the days when the vertical group used to be together. I remember when we had only one small OT, which was just two rooms and two tables on on both sides. And when one first started and was thinking, how do you suture the cornea? You know, I was saying, no, the cornea is actually pretty thick. I remember he was saying in the first, like, you mean to say you have to put a suture through this cornea? And he said, yes, the cornea is pretty thick. I remember this expression, and he has this knack of teaching in a very, good way, as well as having a nice little jovial touch to it, which is very, very nice. And he's always a person who's available to help. And over the years, even when, as all the senior people kept retiring, having you around was really good. And I must say, the video was very emotional. It's difficult to imagine how the center is going to be without you, but I would say that you're going to be around. The bond will remain forever. And I want to give a hearty congratulations, because the love that has come from all over and from your patients, you cannot count it in words or speak about it in a few minutes. But thank you for everything, and all the very best for your next phase.
Request Dr. D.K. Sharma to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. Chief guest of today's farewell function, Professor Khokhar, Mrs. Khokhar, Chief of RP Center, faculty and resident colleagues. I am indeed very happy to be here amongst you all on the occasion of bidding farewell to our dear Sudarshan Koker. Well, I have known him since very long, but we really became close when I joined RP Center. We are contemporaries in few senses, that we both joined MBBS in 1979, Dr. Khokhar in AIIMS, I in a state medical college in Rohtak. Then he became professor in 2005. I became medical superintendent in 2005. And now he is retiring. And soon, after a year or so, I'll also be following him. Well, you all know about his qualities of being an excellent surgeon, a very good teacher, an avid researcher. But I would just like to mention 2-3 things. One, that his sense of humor, his wittiness, and subtle sarcasm. And sarcasm is such that sometimes you have to use your brain to understand it. It doesn't click you immediately. Second, that he is a man with a golden heart, and above all, a great human being. That's his biggest quality. On his retirement, I wish you all the very best in life, sir. Thank you very much.
And now his best friend, Professor M.S. Bajaj.
Very good afternoon to everyone. We've known each other for the last 40 years. In 1985, I joined here as a junior resident. We joined together. And the last 40 years, it's been quite a journey. A very, very turbulent roller coaster ride. And I'm so fortunate to have him as my best friend. But even as a friend, he's very demanding. So he doesn't let you be. I mean, he's on the move all the time. He's the most dynamic person in the center. And I'm sure RP Center is going to lose more than half its dynamism after he leaves. And I mean, he's all over the place. You know, like you're there in your office and he's already been to the coffee room, to the MS office, to the chief office, to the account section. I said, you should be the MS of this place. He's always, he has a pulse on everything going around, and that's a wonderful thing. And another thing is that his networking skills are remarkable, best in the world. I mean, he has friends from, everywhere, from all age groups, all nationalities, all, disciplines, not only ophthalmologists. So his, like any age group, he can really connect just in a minute, and he takes the initiative. So really, I will really miss him here and his company. And we've done so many trips together, so many outings, so many things, so many parties. It'll sort of wonderful experience. So thank you for all, Sudarshan, and I wish you all the well for your future endeavors. Thank you.
I request Professor Rajpal is not here, I think. He is in VRS. So it is my turn now to, to, to speak about sir. So I have known sir since I was a postgraduate. In fact, ever since I've been born in ophthalmology. And at that time also he was as cheerful, with a superb sense of humor, which has matured over the years, I must say. And I always look forward to his deleted messages, and I quickly try to read them because he'll write something then quickly delete it. But I am, fast enough to catch that, and I always tell him I read it, even though you deleted it. When I joined as assistant professor, we shared our office for 1.5 years, and then we shared OT because we were in the same unit also for a few years. And I think in the OT is extremely helpful. I mean, it used to be the other side where OT10 is just now. So anytime, any help you need, he was the first one to come and give it. If you got stuck up in a case, he would always be there. And there's something like if he had his personal instruments, people are very, stingy about donating or giving their personal instruments to others. But he was the one, he would immediately say, okay, you can take it and you can use it. So that way he's always been forthcoming. So when I shifted to Unit 4, it was, I was a little scared, but it has been most congenial time for the last 3 years. It has been, in the OT, we would look forward to having coffee, tea together. We've traveled together, and I learned a new drink, ginger ale. I didn't know what ginger ale was in a flight which was very turbulent, and to various, of course, we did various trips, but this was the first trip, I think, with Dr. Koker, sir. And of course, when we go out, he's the one who chalks out the plans, and he tells you where to go, where not to go. He's all set before, well prepared before all events. So I think, sir, thank you is a very small word. Your presence, your glamour, your sense of humor, your surgeries, everything is going to be missed by not only your patients, but also by all of us, and you would remain in our hearts forever. And thank you so much for everything. We would like to welcome Professor J.S. Tityal, sir. I would request Dr. Radhika to please felicitate her. So we will allow Professor Tityal to catch his breath. And so we will now have Professor Pradeep Venkatesh, who's taken over Professor Khokar's unit.
Yeah, for me, it's been more of a student-teacher relation. And I think if you put it all together, life is nothing but a collection of journeys. And the only reward of those journeys are memories. And I think Unit 1 has shown you the video there's so many memories that Sir has collected, and I think he's enthralled us with his patient care and his surgical skills. It's almost magical the way he would manage his cases. But for me, the few little things that he's done, I mean, I've always remembered those instances. As a junior resident, I was operating, and in those days, it was difficult for any faculty to come over and guide you. And then he came over, and it was the ECC that I was doing at that time. And then he said, manage the peripheral cortex Khokhar by Khokhar. And I actually use that for vitreous management now. And thank you so much, sir. And then there was the other instance where we were going in for our promotional interviews. And then, I mean, even now I don't know how to put a tie on. And then Sir was there, and he came and adjusted my tie when I was there up for the interviews. I wanted to visit a religious place somewhere else, and then I went in just for permission. But Sir immediately took his phone out, called up somebody there, and then the entire journey there was flawless. I mean, I didn't have any problem there at all. Usually known to be very, very crowded, that religious place. But then I've also had a misadventure when we're taking Dr. Koker's information, I would say. I just shifted to Asiad Village, and Sir said that the park adjacent was very nice to take morning walks. On one Sunday morning, I said, I'll just explore the park, and I have a dreaded fear of dogs. So I was just, I just wore my slippers on, and then just just walked into the park, and then I saw some dogs, and then I just moved around, and some more dogs, and then I was lost in the park, and the entire park. I went in at Asiad Village, and I came out of Chirag Dili. I had walked. No, I'm not at all kidding. No, I'm not kidding, you know, and it was almost a walk for more than an hour. And then I had a stress fracture. I was limping for almost a week. Okay, that's the only misadventure that I've had with Dr. Koker. And then, yeah, so thank you all for the memories, sir. And ma'am, you too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We will request Professor Shinde, who's again been a very long associate and a very good friend, to speak a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is really very nice to be here after some long gap interview. And we are here to bid a farewell to Professor Koker. Apart from Professor here, he is one of my best friends. Now, people have spoken so many things about him, that he has got so many qualities. Literally, he has got plenty of qualities. But the quality which has impressed me immensely and helped me immensely is his ability to help you at any time. You go to him and ask him help, he will go out of way to help you in that particular situation. Number two is financially very well-read man. Okay, so whenever I have got some issue, I have to buy property or something, I always go to him to ask him, why is it all right or not? What is this? He will explain you everything. So, and I had been very lucky that throughout my career at AIIMS, I was his neighbor in office, and at first at third floor, and then at fourth floor. So we had much more interaction with him than most of the people, and his company is really very entertaining, and he makes you feel very easy and at comfort. Whenever I used to get stressed in the OT, case nahi ho raha, ye nahi ho raha, so I used to go and sit in his room. That's all. He used to crack some joke, then the whole tension used to go away. So he's a very fantastic surgeon, and that's why he's in so much demand. I'm sure his second innings will be, I think, much better than the first innings, and I wish him good health and good luck for all future endeavors. Thank you so much.
I request Professor J.S. Chetial, sir. Thank you, sir, for coming for this.
Thank you, Dr. Namrata, Mrs. Koker, Professor Sudarshan Koker, Chief of the RP Center, Professor Radhika Tandon, and distinguished members of ORA and the faculty and students here. It's remarkable to see, this place is so vibrant, and it's made by people. And those are who? We are the people, faculty, the students, the staff, and the patient who come in RP center. And they come by, I know that institution has a huge name across the world, more so in India and northern part of India. But who has made the name for the institute? It is the students and faculty members. We talk about faculty of RP center. I think, amongst the entire institute, maybe one of the best faculty. And somebody who is graduated from the same institute and become a faculty, that to a very distinguished faculty of this institute, Professor Sudarshan Khokhar. Remarkable journey. Many, many congratulations, Sudarshan, for making, this center so proud. Your work, your dedication, your followings are remarkable. If I look back, my own association with Sudarshan is for more than 45 years. And I think many of you can combine, and that will be 45 years. Huge number of days, years, night. If you count, you count uncountable numbers of days and hours and minutes. And let's start with the beginning. We are from the same hostel. That is hostel number 3 in AIIMS. And Susruta, the name of the hostel is Susruta. And luckily, he is one of the best surgeons we have in the entire country. I think the hostel gave him the culture to do a good surgery, And he was in the top floor. It was, if I left right hand side corner, I was in the middle block. Madam is here, ma'am. Yeah. Topic
May I request Professor Radhika Tandon to please welcome our dear Professor Vimla Menon, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing the occasion. Please. Please.
No, it's all right, ma'am. I also came late. I was talking about, our hostel days, and we've been together for so many years. In hostel, his room used to be one of the most, occupied room for our friends, and to do so many things, activity which normally a student would do in those days, And it was open for everybody. If you want somebody, what Dr. Sinde talked about, it will be there. If nobody has, he'll have that thing, and that's a remarkable organization capacity he has. And fortunately, we both joined RP Center. He joined 1 year later to me, but he was, person who could manage everything possible in this roof. Not only the activities we do as a faculty, as a student, but extracurricular activities. I still remember those days, our Unit 1 days. We both were in a Unit 1, Madan Mohan's unit, and subsequently later Dr. Angra's unit. The Tuesday used to be a round days. And every Tuesday afternoon, he used to have a one ambassador car. Nobody else had that car. He had that car. We all used to sit in that. I remember Dr. Mahipal Sachdev, Rasik Vajpayee, Sudhutta Pakrasi, he, me, and Dr. Kesav Challa, and so many people. I think Mandi was never a part of that gang, He was little bit. And every Tuesday used to be, Suraj Kund. You can imagine for what purpose, but it was a real fun. So those are days which makes you feel, okay, that was the best day of our life, when you had nothing to worry about. They're superiors to worry about. Like Dr. Bimla Menon used to be, in that squid unit those days. And fortunately, unfortunately, we became faculty also. He was with the Dr. Angara. I shifted to Dr. Dada's unit. And after that, we never worked together in a unit. but we have worked together in so many phases, I can understand students here. He would have this series of students right from the 80s onwards to now 2025. How many students will be his followers? And for those students, how many their students will be his followers? This multiplies many times, and that's a huge advantage of being in an institution like this. Today you are sitting in the back chairs. Tomorrow you will be in the same position. You'll have a huge number of patients, huge number of followings, huge number of colleagues. Make sure you make friends with everybody. That is what Dr. Sudarshan has done. He has one of the largest number of fans and friends across Delhi and across India. And I remember being together in some of the conferences abroad. He is a terrific planner. He would plan everything beforehand, like we do this, and everything will be perfect, which I never had in my entire life. I could always wish I could be like that. I could plan things beforehand, and that will be perfect. That is the meticulousness he had in his lifestyle, and that had translated to his working area also. He would if it has to come at 8 o'clock, he'll be there 7:45. OT has to start 8, he'll be there at 8 o'clock. He's the first person to come to the fourth floor office every day. He's the first person to open the his own office. That is the work culture we have developed in RP Center AIIMS. That's why we are there. The being in our time is a very important factor. People should watch what time this person is coming. You don't require all those cameras to see who's there, who's not there. So that is a responsibility we have done it. There were days and nights when he used to come in the night to do keratoplasties, midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., then going back at 3 a.m. and then again 7 a.m. you're there in the ward. I think it was ward 1B and 3B, I think, for female wards. So that is what we have learned from here. As far as our friendships concerned, it's not only in the academic field. It's been our families have been friends, our kids have been together for so long. And Sudarshan has one great quality. He is a great sports person. He has played cricket in his entire life, table tennis, badminton, golf, and name anything. He's a remarkable sports person. I was just thinking when I climbing the stairs, I think how would RP Center Aura cricket function will be there when Sudarshan is not there. I think me and Sudarshan have played these RPC Foundation Day sports. We not left a single year. It is 40 years we have played. 40 years regularly. So that is the importance of being together. As a MBBS student, we should see why these RP Center people have come to the hostel quadrangles and playing and doing. They used to put those loudspeakers, banners, and faculty, students playing together. I never realized the ethos of that. That has so much of I think responsibility amongst the faculty to take everybody together, to make everything as a one group. That I realized when I came to RP Center. How beautiful that particular function was for us to feel that we are all one. And that goes till you retire from your life. That will be end of your life. Till that you are RPsonian. So you always remember RPC is the temple where we have done something for ourselves, for our family, for our institute, for our country also. I would wish Sudarshan very best. I know that he's going to be a busiest person than any other person in future, because life never ends. You have more and more things to do in future also. And the regards which we get in being in a faculty of RP Center, it never ends. It grows further and further in future also. That I could realize myself. Other thing I would love to be like him is a teacher. He has been a great teacher for all of us, for students, not only giving us surgical tips, giving how to get through the patients, how to be a physician of repute, where students can learn from you, not by teaching directly, by your own your physical appearance, the body language, the way you interact with your patients. So he's been a great teacher. People still come to me saying Dr. Khoker had told me this. That's why I have changed my entire pattern of life. I say life because everything is a teaching here. So he's been a great teacher, great sportsperson, great friend, and overall he's a great human being. I think that is a remarkable thing. His entire journey has been so wonderful all over the friends. And only thing is very, very witty. I would appreciate that once in a private sector, be little more polite to the private patients. So that so that things doesn't move in a different direction. Because I know that it's different ball game outside where you have to be, polite. You're no longer a unit head or a professor or chief of the center. You have to get up and talk to the patient in the manner he is your godfather. Because she's going to, take everything away from you in that 5 to 10 minutes of interaction. Many people have, a lot of support in life. Our support was only this institute. And Dr. Sudarshan Koker, he had no godfather, nobody behind him. He's a self-made person. Today, if he's known across the world as one of the best pediatric surgeons, is because of his hard work, his publications, his videos. That is important. Whatever you do, it should be visible to the outer world. Your publications should be such that people appreciate what you have done. So you are in an institute where you are in the greatest institutes of this world. So make sure you take a full advantage of these 6 years which you are a student here. If you become a faculty, nothing better than that. So Sudarshan, wonderful days. Hope that we'll have a longer association and keep meeting in a good faith and good friendship. And our kids should also meet together. Wish you again very best. Your both kids are doing so well and madam is always there. And be healthy. Remain a friend to RP Center. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Professor Vimla Menon, ma'am, to say a few words. Thank you, ma'am, for sparing your time and for being with us here.
But I happened to just wish Sudarshan in the morning. So he said, it's my farewell, please come. So there were a lot of mishaps. I couldn't arrive in time. First, my shoe gave away, then the traffic. And then my husband said, the Ola wouldn't come, the Uber wouldn't come. So husband said, okay, I'll drop you, even if it's late. He's somewhere. So anyway, Tityal has already spoken in great detail about you, but I do have very good memories of Sudarshan working with me. And I think you already had a stint of the private earlier, so he's not new to it. So he must be knowing about what one has to do in the private sector in terms of one's attitudes and all that. So I think when you joined, again, you came to my unit and got introduced to strabismus and neuro-ophthalmology, and then went on to cataracts and included pediatric ophthalmology as the whole gamut of it. And you are well known for that. And no doubt he's one of the most punctual, most hardworking person I've seen. So very punctual in terms of his OPD, the OT and everything. And a wonderful surgeon. And I must share that he has been the cataract surgeon for my family. My husband, my mother, my sisters, everybody. And they're all so happy. They want to meet him all the time. So I know it's a nostalgic moment today and a moment of sadness, but it won't last. After a few days, you'll feel just as well as always, and you'll go on to the future and carry on from there. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. And now to Professor Tanuj Dada, who's been the direct beneficiary because he's got the unit from tomorrow onwards.
Thank you, Dr. Namita, and very august gathering, ex-chief, Madam Radhika, Professor Koker, Madam Mrs. Koker, and I see very fond Dr. Koker. I mean, so many new faces from all over Delhi. Dr. Subhash Jadia, and I can see from the PMO Nitish Birdi is here. So I think Dr. Koker is one of the most beloved personalities of RP Center, and
of course, when I joined RP as a junior resident in '94, and sir was new assistant professor, and I was posted. My first semester posting was in Dr. Khokhar's cabin, and you immediately realize the amount of energy and enthusiasm, and you have landed at the right place. And I don't know whether then my posting was changed to Dr. Menon, and that time, of course, you are not sure. So I went to Dr. Menon and requested, Madam, मेरा posting वापस उधर कर दीजिए. So that time, it was a very new experience for me. And then, of course, Dr. Khokhar was with me, and I became a faculty with Dr. Anita Panda, and he shared the OT. And of course, the best thing about him was that whenever you meet him, he'll discuss one difficult case he faced, and you learn right there in the coffee room what is to be done. And I still remember it was a very difficult one-eyed case and small people heart cataract, and I was really stuck. So I got up from my chair. I went to his OT. Sir, आप please आके ये case कर दो, मेरे से नहीं होएगा. And he was so nice. He came to my OT, he took over the case. It was a very tough case, one-eyed small pupil. Completed that case. And I'm very thankful because we already have a senior surgeon available. If you are stuck, you can always ask him for help, and that is what his greatness. And I have done only one ICL in my life, and that was Dr. Khokhar's mentorship. And I really remember the patient came to my OPD with 2 sweets and touched my feet. आपने जिंदगी दे दिया है. So I came to his office and I remember giving him some besan ki barfi because it was a very new experience for me to do ICL. And I think, of course, very witty, very energetic. And morning, he was the first person in the OT, and I was the first from Unit 4. But by the time 8:30 used to go to the OT, one patient already had an iPad and was in the post-op, so you could never beat him. And of course, I used to get scolding from him, and I used to cross a corridor. He said, "Your tummy, keep a track of your tummy." And he told me to do some crunches. So anyway, it has been such a nice journey with sir, and as a colleague, a mentor, a teacher. And I mean, we just look up to you, sir. I mean, you are what AIIMS is all about. And we wish you many more opportunities. And I think the best two surgeons are here, Dr. Koker and Dr. Tityal. And I think golden opportunity for Dr. Tushar and Dr. Rajesh. So you can take over now the legacy and be the best surgeons for the whole world. Thank you very much, sir. Wish you all the best. And to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanush. Tanush seems really grateful. But I now request Professor Dadia is with us here, and he's also worked with Professor Koker in various platforms, and he's going to say a few words.
Respected Radhika ma'am, Dr. Tityal sir, Dr. Khokhar sir. Basically, my first interaction with sir was in Squint unit. And Dr. Prem Prakash was chief, and Dr. Vimla Menon, Dr. Pradeep Sharma, Dr. Koker, and Dr. Radhika were there in that unit. And I have learned the initial basic surgery from them. And my first surgery in the camp, I went in the camp with Khokhar sir. So I have learned from him. And most important thing is he is very punctual. That thing I have learned from him. We have traveled together at many places, and he is very good planner. But once he is going, I didn't take care of anything. He will take care of anything. Even in place like Beijing, he found out Indian restaurants in different part of the Beijing. And sir has been very good friend. All the best to you, sir. Thank you. And one most important thing is reflective surgeon of all my close friends and familiar persons.
Dr. Dalna. I think you have some very sweet memories with sir, or rather sir has very sweet memories with you of being in the same OR.
Hello, good evening to everybody. Many things have been said already. Long video, we have seen such quality now. But I'll speak few things from anesthesiology point of view. I have worked, I think, privilege of working with sir for almost 14 to 15 years, excepting the last 4 or 5 years. So, few memory or what his quality I like to mention is that, as somebody have already mentioned, his sir is very, very punctual. He's very hardworking. So, because of that, with a limited time or whatever he get, he's able to operate many, many things. So, because of that, from our point of view, he usually finishes his list on time. So anesthesiologists are usually quite happy with him. So we don't really mind. Yeah, yeah, we don't really mind working with him. So he, that's his quality. As you can see in the video as well, moving. One thing is reaching on time in the theater itself. The other is moving from one OT to the other. You saw in the video how he moves around. That's his quality. So I think keep it up, sir. And secondly, surgical skill, everyone knows. You have seen lots of publication and all. He's operated in different countries and all. Because I think many of us got operated, or our relatives at least. I'd like to mention he has operated, I think my dad, my mom, and few of my relatives. So, sir, they are all doing very well. I mean, the eyes, they are getting old, but the eyes is very good. So, they are good. They are able to see very well, even at this age. So, I wish you all the best, sir, for particularly your health. As long as your career or ophthalmology skill is concerned, I'm not really worried. You'll do very well wherever you go. So, all the best, sir. Thank you.
Whom should I call now? Anybody who wants to speak? Tushar? Then Rajesh? Dr. Renu? We all look forward to your speaking.
Good evening, everyone. I was thinking I'll have to speak something new because no repetitions. First thing is that when I joined RP Center, I found sir to be the most smartly dressed person who was the only person who looked like a private practitioner. So I don't think he'll have a problem. And he's still, I think today even, I think he's the most smartly dressed person in the audience. Second thing which I realized the hard way that, we used to bluff our way through rounds and clinics and all. So I realized within one or two interactions that you could not bluff your way with sir. You would get caught, and I never tried it after that. And of course, his sense of humor, everyone said, but I've been at the receiving end of it, and it's not a very pleasant experience. But so from the other side, it's quite good. And one last thing, I was just thinking about his whole career. I think everyone takes a lot from the institute back, and we give back our services. But I think for sir, I can definitely say that he is leaving with a net positive balance in RP Center's account. And I think for that, I think we shall always be in his debt. Thank you very much, sir.
I'll make it easy for Rajesh. So Rajesh, you come first, then Renu.
Good evening, everyone. A lot has been told about you, sir, but I would just like to say one thing, maybe a couple of things, that he's a good combination of being a teacher and a friend. And when a teacher is your friend, then you don't hesitate in going and discussing with him. And that's what happened even when we joined, when we were senior most JRs. At that time, we could get squint surgery. He was in squint unit. And we could go to him, and he was the one who used to plan for the surgeries for all the JRs and SRs. So he was very friendly and we were very happy that we have done a marvelous surgery and the eyes are aligned, but it was basically because of his planning. So in squint also, he was a top class planner and surgeon. And of course, in anterior segment, he is extremely good. The second thing is that he is a very good company when you're traveling with him for two reasons. One, that he will know each and everything about the place where he's going. So he will Google, he will read everything, and then he will keep telling you. So you don't have to do anything, you just have to listen to him. That is one. And of course, his witty comments and his, the sense of humor, you don't feel that you have spent hours together, and your journey becomes a memorable one. So I wish you all the best, sir, for your second innings. I'm sure we have played many innings as far as sports is concerned. Also, we were also regulars after, of course, Tatyal sir and you, both of you were there, and we were also there, Tushar and myself. So, yes, I wish you the very best for your second innings. It will be as bright as the first one, or maybe a brighter one. Thank you.
जैसे अभी बोला कि सर पूछते हैं हु इज एनेस्थेटिस्ट, वी आल्सो आस्क हु इज सर्जन, सर हु इज द सर्जन फर्स्ट। कई बार पीएससी में भी पूछते हैं सर्जन कौन है। सो व्हेन सर इज देयर एंड आई एम कवरिंग दैट ओटी नाउअडेज, देन आई हैड टू रीच ऑन टाइम। बट इफ अदर्स आर देयर, वो अर्शद कह रहा है कौन आता है टाइम पर, मैंने कहा तुमने देखा नहीं है, डॉक्टर मेनन, डॉक्टर टीटीआर, डॉक्टर खोकर, डॉक्टर प्रदीप शर्मा जो 8:28 पर वहां पर होते थे। तो सर अब आपके जाने के बाद बिल्कुल ही खत्म। नाउ आई कैन कम एट 8:45 also, ma'am also. So then the second thing, you have told half of the thing, that once the sir is going in OT6 he is peeping, but once he is going in OT2 also, he is operating in OT2, he is seeing OT1 also. So the both things are there. And with sir, if sir is operating and there is a difficult case, I think at that point of time, sir, bilateral surgeries were not done. We only requested sir that these are the patients who are having difficulty in GS, and sir started operating. And after that, many more patients, and then now we are doing. So you have a surgeon who listen to the anesthetist also. That is also a very big quality of a surgeon, which we think that sir had. And we had good conversation in the OT. ओटी के बाहर तो सबको पता है, जब बैठा होता है कोई और जब नहीं होता है तो क्या होता है। So that is not the thing. So sir, all the best to you. So we now have Dr. Nitesh Virdi, who was 6 months my senior, same group, same vertical rather. And then of course he, after doing his MD ophthalmology, he went into another field and he passed out IS. So he's the additional secretary now, Government of India. I would request him to say a few words.
Good evening to all of you, respected seniors and colleagues. I think I joined RP Center in 1989, and as someone has rightly said, when you have a friend and a teacher, the learning becomes more enjoyable and easy. And after that, of course, we have been good friends. We have been staying together in Asiad Games Village. We had many walks together. He used to take me to all the cricket matches which RPC used to organize. He's a wonderful personality, a perfectionist. That is what I can say. And of course, a person whose company will always enjoy. And then, of course, we are very close as family friends. Even our kids are of the same age. I can only wish him the very best, sir. Wherever you go, I hope your second inning becomes as enjoyable and as fulfilling. All the very best to you, sir. Thank you.
To Vanity and
good evening, all of you. I think, sir, that interim phase when we were all inhabitants of the unit and the third floor offices, I think you, Dr. Bajaj, me, we were all, Parijat, I think we shared the office space for long. And when I joined back, I think I was junior faculty, junior resident with you when you were assistant prof, I think, in Dr. Menon's unit at Squint and Neuro Opthal along with Dr. Radhika those days. Then when I joined as faculty, I think it was Dr. Anita Panda and you. I think one thing about sir is wherever he is, he makes his presence felt. By his words, by his actions, by his deeds. And he's touched our lives so deep. I think no one else can do that. I think he was the first one who mentored me doing my first phakic IOL. He's the first one who mentored me when I did my first femtolasic. And I think my refractive surgery memories still go back to him every time I do these surgeries. And he's one person who taught your knowledge does not come down by teaching others. He's one person who did not feel insecure by letting others grow. And that is a spirit to be learned. And that's a spirit which, as a teacher, we would spread to everybody across in this place. And I would want all of you to imbibe that spirit. And learning and teaching is something which will never make you feel insecure. And he's one person who always said, my student has to become better than me. And I think I hats off to you, sir, and I salute you for that. And thank you so much for all that you have taught me, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You've been really patient today. Thank you, sir. Dr. Vinay wanted to say a few words. And then we have a few virtual messages plus your junior gang who wants to also speak.
Yeah, I joined as a junior resident in your unit. You taught us squint, then you taught us cataract, and you taught us keratoplasty in unit 4. And then as faculty, you were with us again for so long. And all the time I would be doing less glaucoma, but more in his OT, because I would all the time be looking at his surgeries and all. And he would tell me, Vinay, I'll teach you pediatric cataract, which was so sweet because he was all the time there. As Vanati said, I mean, he would be out there to teach everybody. So, I mean, there's so many memories that we have. We can only say that we're going to miss you and miss you a lot. Thank you, sir.
Deva, come. So they all want to speak. सर आज आपको पता ही चल जाएगा अच्छा या बुरा.
A very good evening to everyone. I think a lot has been spoken for sir, but I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart to teach every one of us, and especially to me. I think, sir, I have done the first LASIK and the first few ICLs with you, and all the complicated cataract surgeries, and I think the knack for pediatric surgeries has been given by you only. And I think the word that you had said, that always aim for excellence. Don't keep things loose. Don't keep things hanging. Will always stay with me. So thank you, sir, for that, all that. And sir, words are still very less to describe your surgical skills, and also you're a true showman. So thank you for everything.
I think we have a few virtual messages, people who could not come. So can we play that?
Sudarshan, my dear friend, the handsome guy with a silver streak forehead, is not just a surgeon par excellence, a great mentor to his students, a wonderful cricketer, a great quiz master, and above all, a great human being. He's been a great friend, but many may not know that he was a no-flyer and how he has transformed from a no-flyer to a high flyer. At one time, he was so shy of flying that he would take to the train instead of the plane. And now he's one of the best travel guides to look forward to if you're traveling abroad. He's been a help in so many spheres, and along with his wife, who is herself an artisan, who helped us in a publication by her art, and both his children who are like him, creative and artistic. I really bless him and his family a great future for always. He has played a great innings at AIIMS, right from his medical student days right up to the faculty and the professor at RPC. And I look forward to him joining into the practice as a great surgeon himself. I wish him all the best. Stay blessed, Sudarshan.
On this occasion, which I think is a very happy occasion, I would like to remember Professor Koker, who I've known for many years, as an enthusiastic, helpful, very witty, and dedicated colleague. And in these years, what I did see was a teacher who actually was interested in making sure that the residents understood difficult aspects of strabismus, IY calculations, especially in pediatric cataracts, and in leading them down a path which actually helped them in their practice and in their future lives. I would like to say that a lot of this teaching was humorous, it was related to sports, to extracurricular topics, anything that made the residents actually remember him. What I would also say is that I know you're going to step out, I know you're a little worried, but I'm sure you're going to do extremely well, and I wish you and the family all the very best. Thank you.
I have known Sudarshan for a very long time. We were rather close friends, and indeed it's a pleasure to know a person like him. The best thing about him was that he was really one of the very fine cataract surgeons. Now he has specialized in pediatrics, but I think everybody was looking for him to get their relatives done by him. And that was his cutting edge indeed. And yes, he was a wonderful sports person. Wherever there was a match, you would find him there. I wish him all luck for his future, and I know wherever he goes, he will be an asset to that place where he goes. Hello, today is a big day. We honor and celebrate Professor Koker's nearly half a century of dedicated service to medical profession. He has been my friend and mentor for most of my life. There are two qualities of Professor Koker that I would like to mention. First, he is always out. Anytime something is not right, he is a better person. Always out. And second, he's always very cheerful and digital. You can communicate with anybody, making fun of anybody, everywhere. At a place like AIIMS, where everybody, the piece of background is researching his pain and his comments were almost like death of session. Like they will share with say, जिंदगी जिंदा बिली का नाम है मुर्दा बिल क्या आप दे सकते हैं. Most importantly, he's a very good person, but he is always ready to share his vast knowledge to anybody and everyone. What we cannot realize, there were days in pediatric capacity level is almost secrecy. The baby was locked, and we almost needed a visa to enter that operating room. Professor Koker has changed all. He is internationally recognized for his skills, and I'm very proud of him. This is not a retirement or superannuation or becoming a proud day. It's the beginning of a new chapter of my life. I would like to end with this vows shame. तुम शकीन है परवेज है काम पर तुम शकीन है परवेज है काम पर परवेज means fight, शकीन means तुम शकीन है परवेज है काम पर तेरे सामने आत्मा और है. God bless you, my friend and brother.
Now, Dr. Shaurya. And I think Dr. Amar Pujari.
Good evening, everyone. So at the outset, I'd like to say about the video, we took a little bit of liberties. I'm sorry we didn't hurt anyone. I spent so much time with sir that it's very difficult to actually put it in some, I don't know, couple of sentences and all. But I would just say that when I joined RPC, I joined as a senior resident, and the first thing that came up and I encountered and I had interaction with sir was the RPC match. And at that point of time, I was not the one who was organizing it. Rajesh sir was organizing it, and I was opposite to sir's team, and I was hitting everyone for sixes, and then sir came to ball, and he just gave me a long flighted ball, and I went for it and I got out. And I was thinking all these years that I don't know why sir likes me, but I didn't have the reason for it. I probably think that was it. Because then the next year I again got out on the same ball. Little did I know that I'll come to this unit, that it will actually hold me in good stead. But any which way, another instance was when I joined as faculty. At that point of time, sir was alone as the one at the pediatric lens side, and I joined from an SR in Unit 2 to Unit 1, and we were not doing ROP and UV at that time in Unit 2. So I was already overwhelmed with the fact that I have to go and now start doing UV and ROP in Unit 1, because now both the units were doing everything. And then Pradeep sir came to me and said, "Arey Shaurya, you have to do refractive as well. Sir is alone." मैंने सोचा, oh my god, अब ये कहाँ से आ गया, मतलब अभी तो 2 का था. So then I went to sir, because sir has always been very kind and like a father to me. So I went to him and I said, sir, मतलब if I don't do refractive, he said, where is your heart? I said, it's retina. तो बोला, काके तू कर retina, तू टेंशन ना ले मेरा. And he's been so caring, and there's been times when he's been angry as well. He's very much like my father, that he's taken care but he's been angry. And that gives me a little bit of liberties, that जब वो छुट्टी पे जाते तो मैं अपने जीए के केस लगवा देता हूँ. And वो वापस आके फिर गुस्सा करते थे. But I had that thing in me that I could go to his office and still fight with him. That sir मैं क्या करूँ, मेरा इतना ज़्यादा waiting list है. And he was very big-hearted that he did not say, he wasn't angry at me. And he sits in the same office as my father sat. And it just gives me memory of, a lot of love and care. And thank you so much, sir, for all these years. It's very small time to speak about whatever we spent, because you really spent 46 years. And I was happy to be a part of those, 1/3 of that time. So thank you so much. It's a big thank you from everyone in Unit 1, because you're a great unit head, and you always took care of all of us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. So I want to thank sir for teaching me pediatric cataract, not by hand, but I stood in front of the IOCD for 3 years. So by just observing the cases, so I went through all the YouTube videos, but I never found whatever the techniques he follows. So by just observing for 3 years, I just had the, memories just to operate the cases. Thank you, sir, for teaching the pediatric cataract. Second thing is, like, for 3 years, we had conversation every day in his office. So that is ophthalmology, that is personal life. I had so many personal problems I discussed with sir. So everything he sorted, as many people mentioned. We went to trip. So every suggestion I took from him, that worked well. So whatever the conversation we had in that office, it could be ophthalmology, it could be personal, it could be professional, it could be something else. That I think nobody had that opportunity. Previously, I worked with Dr. Pradeep Sharma for like 4 years, and then with sir for 3 years. I think we should work with the people who are like more than 60, because they are in the pinnacle of their career, because they are not going to teach only just the professional this thing. They are going to tell so many things about the kids, about the professional things, and how to manage your own life. That cannot be, nowhere you can read that one. He suggested me so many books, but I cannot read those books. But by interacting with him, I learned everything. And third thing is, like, whenever my wife is a very good cook, so whenever she cooks, she takes the surnames first. So if you are going to take this one to sir tomorrow, then I'm going to take offer. So it is my wife who remembers sir all the time, and whenever she cooks something, because she's a good cook, and she's going to say that you should give it to sir. So she'll be, very upset, because sir is not going to be in RP center, but of course she'll be here only. So we'll come there, sir, we'll serve you. So thank you, sir. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, sir. I think, thank you for, I know you're looking at your watch, but thank you for all any resident would want to say something? Otherwise, I would request the man himself, Professor Sudarshan Koker, to say a few words today.
I would like to take the celebration of Sir's legacy
as an opportunity to reflect on the lessons I have learned from Sir, especially for the benefit of my young family at RP Center who may not have the privilege of Sir's direct mentorship. Just like his perfect practice, he fashions not only their careers, he fashions their character, creating gems from unpolished stones. He goes beyond what and how. He discusses why. He teaches us to polish our basics again and again and to master the fundamental principles. Never outsource your thinking. That is why all the difficult cases seem to be a piece of cake in Sir's hands. Your legacy is not just in the thousands of eyes that can see today, but in the hundreds of minds you have shaped. We wish you retirement that's as joyful and fulfilling as the vision you have gifted to this world.
Thank you, sir, for making us what we are all today. You have carefully ingrained all the finest clinical and social skills in all your students before the room. We always remain indebted for all your teachings and the energy clinical points, and all the very best to you for the next innings of your life.
सर नमस्कार, चरण स्पर्श वो दिन आ गया सर, आपका सुपर अनुशन दिन। आप मेरे लिए क्या मीन करते हो मैं शायद ही कभी वार्ड में बयां कर पाऊं। दो मैं कभी आपके घर का एहसास नहीं रहा सर, लेकिन लास्ट 6 महीने आपके घर में पढ़ा रहता था, आपको नाम सुना बहुत सवाल करता था। एक बार तो आप इरिटेट होकर जाकर रमनजीत मैम को भी बोले, मैं भी आपके घर का ऐसा नहीं मेरे घर का, हमेशा घर में पड़ा रहता है। मैम भी तो बोली कि मैं तो अपने हर सर को बोलता हूँ कि डॉक्टर खोकर सिस्टर यूनिट में है, जाकर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड केस पीरियड केस सीखो। कोई तो सीखता नहीं है और सुनिए तो सीख रहा है और सुनिए कंटिन्यू। सर वो दिन है और आज का दिन है, आप मेरे लिए गॉड फादर जैसे हो। आपका स्ट्रिक्टनेस, आपका रूडनेस, आपका सरकाजम, उसके बिहाइंड में जो नॉलेज आप शेयर करते हो, मैं बहुत लकी हूँ कि आपके गाइडेंस में मैं थोड़ा बहुत ही सीखा हूँ। आप ऐसे ही हंसते मुस्कुराते रहिए। हैप्पी एंड हेल्दी पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट लाइफ सर, ऑल द बेस्ट सर।
Thank you, Professor, for teaching me everything, whether it is surgical skill or dental skills. Working under you has been a great experience. Whatever I am today, I go into you. And all the very best for your second innings.
Hello, sir. Congratulations on your superannuation. But thank you, sir, from the bottom of our hearts for teaching us ophthalmology, especially pediatric ophthalmology, the nuances of the surgery, and telling us that surgery is not just the only important part, pre-operative and post-operative management also matters so much. And not just pediatric ophthalmology, your life teachings also. I never forget now that no good deed goes unpunished. So we are going to miss their rounds so much. There was learning, there was entertainment. We know how to write a story about trauma. We know about movies, books. Probably Jazz don't remember it that funnily, but for SRs it was absolutely amazing, sir. All the days it was absolutely fun, along with lots of sarcasm and wit. And thank you so much, sir. You are a legend in the field of pediatric ophthalmology. You've changed how people manage and see pediatric cataracts, and we are so grateful that we could be a part of it. And all the very best, sir, for with all the energy and enthusiasm for private practice. Now I think they'll also know how to reach the hospital at 7:50 a.m. and start. Congratulations again, sir.
Respected Koker sir, thanks for you being one of the best bosses ever. Your impact and leadership have gone beyond deadlines and targets. You have helped in shaping up the UG-PG students' careers. I will always be grateful to you, sir. I wish you a happy and healthy retirement life. Tessie Verghese.
I think the class is here, but I'm not taking a lecture today. I think everything has already been spoken, and I don't have much to speak actually because I never held myself back. Whenever there's thing to be spoken, I always used to stand up and speak. So I've for the last 46 years, I've been, I think, the most vocal who puts the spade, call a spade a spade. Never missed a word. Thing which is wrong, which is right is right. Appreciate the good ones, but you tell the wrong ones that this is a mistake, so they can, improve. Give them 1 or 2 chances to improve. 3 knocks and you're out. Like if you are in Australia, it's written on the boards that if you have 3 challans, if you have 3 times your offender on the road, they'll punch and take your driving license away. And taking the driving license away, that means it's a punishment because you can't reach the station. You're dead actually. You can't go anywhere. Uber is going to cost you a lot. So 3 mistakes is what I used to allow. I don't know, but yeah, but people should learn from the mistakes. A patient comes for surgery, you've seen the other eye messed up or something wrong. Don't start blaming the surgeon who's done the other eye. That, okay, this is what has gone. You can actually see that eye and find out what must have gone wrong. Step yourself into the shoes of the surgeon. He's trying to give the best. So maybe this other eye is going to happen the same way. So it will protect you, it will tell you the signs. You see on slit lamp, you can figure out whether the surgeon is a right-handed surgeon or a left-handed surgeon. I mean, these are small things. You sit on the slit lamp, it gives you so many things. Never operate any patient in which you haven't seen a pre-operative on the slit lamp. There's no point. You definitely get to 90% you'll get away, 10% you'll get stuck, and that's going to hit you back badly. For the residents, I still say it's a 1,000-day series because 3 years is 365 into 3, that is 1,200 something. Cut out the Saturdays, Sundays, and the CLs, ELs, the pulse chuttis, and all these, so many festivals we have in our country. So you got 1,000 days. So each day counts. I mean, that's what somebody mentioned, and I still mean it. An RP center, walk through the corridor with your eyes and ear open. Each floor, it's like a mall. You're going in a mall. Each floor has a sale going on. I mean, it's not must that you see your patients only. You can see the next patient. What I see now is person is dedicated to his patient, his one eye, right eye of that patient. He can't even see the left eye. So you can see the other's patient. In our days, Dr. Tital, we remember used to, when we're having dinner, somebody says, I got this patient on my bed, like a pseudo expedition. So everybody after the dinner used to rush down to the ward to see that patient. The patient used to crib that I haven't slept the whole night. Ma'am, we used to come and see all these patients. Remember, we used to get the gold man done ourselves. Those we didn't have the fields, so we had one gold man. So you might get your chance at 9:30 in the night because next morning you have to show the gold man. So you have to do it yourself. You guys are blessed with the technology. That's just good. But the techniques is what you should improve yourself. And discipline, I think, works in everybody's life. I used to feel, I read a quote somewhere, somebody said, big guy said that 24 hours, it seems too less in a day. So I used to wonder, what is he talking about? But towards the end of my career, I realized that 24 hours are a little less. We should have 27 or 28. But if you get up early in the morning, I think you can compensate the gap. I'm sure what I'm talking right now might not sound too nice to you people, but when you come on this side, I think you realize that, you have so many things to do. Then people ask me how you feel. I don't feel sad at all because I'm not leaving this place. Nobody has interrupted my growth. It's finished. There's nothing after this. It's like a tram car which has reached the station and the guy announces, please get down. This is the last station. So this is the last station for me. I mean, he won't take me back, right? So it's not a loop that I stay there and I go back. So it's not possible. It's not going to happen. So let's change over and change the track and catch a fast moving train and let's see where it takes me. And for you guys, I'm always there. My phone number is with you. I think all these people who talk there and maybe more, they are still on my phone. I mean, anytime they get stuck anywhere in the surgery OT, they're more than welcome to send me a message and call, and I'll try to respond. I mean, and I've been doing that for ages. But I think seeing all you guys, I think I'm overwhelmed actually. With everybody speaking so much. I mean, I've never seen so many people speaking, and stands from Nitish and Darlong, and we are the regular guys here. So non-regular also is, I'm taking names. Rest regulars are always close to my heart. I mean, everybody is here. New faculties, Ashish, we got Parinita, dynamic people. Everybody is a great person. But what makes you different is that you don't do the things different. You do the thing differently. The same thing you can do differently, right? That's what makes you a little unique than the other people. So that's what I keep saying. Don't do any harm. Don't make it worse than what the patient came with. If you think by messing up, you can cause a problem. We had a subluxated patient on the last round. Both lenses are gone off. Only Zonu's left, and the patient is faking. And exit length is more, so about with +6, she's about a N8 and a 6.9. People are saying, oh, we put iris claw here. I said, what the hell is this? She's a faking, she's happy, leave her alone. So we left her. just add a near vision because there's no accommodation. So think before you jump in, right? And when you see all these dynamic surgeries done outside by so many people, I've seen people doing live surgeries with a toric lens in a patient with a pterygium for the cataract. So my thing was, why can't you remove the pterygium, wait for at least 4-6 weeks, and then go in and do a good job? So don't just ape what is happening outside. Think yourself, and you have to think a little out of the box. Okay, and since I don't have much to say because I've never minced any words for anything, I used to stand up for everybody. Anything in the OT, even my unit, I wanted the same microscope which I get is what everybody should get. It's not that I get the best, and when I go out, they lock it up. No, I think everybody should have access to those ones. I mean, tomorrow, if I want to get myself operated, I should have one of these good guys sitting there who I can be confidently walking to say, let's do it. That's a confidence I want to build, because I think seeing all these young faces and all the residents also, I think you get an equally good chance. It's not that the first semester is not supposed to know things and the sixth semester is supposed to know. In first semester also, you could be as good as the sixth semester, or maybe better if you put your effort, if you read. The last thing I would say is you don't have to pay anything. Just a bit of attention is what you have to pay, and it doesn't cost much, right? And then I think my terminal has come, so I'll bid bye to everybody, but still I'll be connected to everybody. And I say thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Okay.
I would request Professor Mandeep Bajaj sir to please hand over the plaque on behalf of Chief Center, faculty and residents, just as a memento of appreciation. Yeah. Sorry? So can I request Dr. Tanuj Dada, Dr. Pradeep Venkatesh also to come forward, please? Radhika is not there.
Unit 1.
And Unit 1 residents. Sorry, Unit 1 consultants. Unit 1 consultants.
हिमांशु ऑन कर दो, इवन ऑन कर दो. ऑन कर दो. इसको ऑन कर दो. It is a memento from Unit 1. We are going to give this one. So it is as everyone has summarized sir's qualities, it is Sarvavyapi Sudarshan. So it is, we have collected so many photos and we have made a collage of his family. It is Sarvavyapi Sudarshan. Yes, sir. So you can see, if you magnify, you can see his previous photographs since almost like 45 years.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So we have one more gift, sir. So this is going to, summarize his 7-decade journey, smile of 7 decades.
Sir?
So from each decade, we have taken the photograph.
Smiles.
Yes. Smile of 7 decades.
Can we have a group photograph, please? The photographer. aa jao bachche idhar. From here, you can take a group photograph. Can you take a group photograph from here? Sir, आप बीच में बैठ जाओ. Thank you, sir. Although you may not be here physically, but you will always be in our hearts. And now we have cake cutting ceremony in the adjacent room, please. Those who have not written on the card, please feel free to write on the card. Cake cutting in the adjacent room.